Hey guys, long time no see. Well, since we're learning theory of knowledge, I recently have some thoughts on how skills and technologies are putting constraints on the pursuit of knowledge in maths. Well, let's take an example as the cash journal, which is used by most of the companies in the past to record the inflow and outflow of their money. And this worked in the past because accountants had the skill to calculate the relatively small figures and put them in calculators to do that, which isn't a very heavy job at the past. However, recently, as economies developed and the general price level rose, it is actually becoming harder for the accountants to calculate and record all of those increasingly large figures in the cash journal. And also the fact that people are paying more attention to the subtle changes in the interest rates and inflation rate is also putting more emphasis and constraints on recording and calculating all of these complicated numbers in the cash journal. So presently, it is hard because of the constraints on technology and skills to calculate the very large numbers for accountants to keep track of the net profit. As a result, it is the case that the majority of companies are gradually shifting towards keeping an online digital version of the cash journal and letting spreadsheets do the job of calculating all of these net profits. Yeah, so I guess this is a constraint in the mathematics in terms of how the lack of skills and technologies is restricting people from pursuing knowledge in this area of knowledge. And there are also other kinds of constraints in maths. For example, sometimes the theory may not be able to be applied into the real world, and sometimes one simple flaw in finding one simple flaw in an example of a theory may actually turn down the entire theory and render it useless. But, well, I guess in general, mathematics is perhaps, to my perspective, one of the most susceptible and difficult area of knowledge, since it has so many requirements on the content of it, and one simple mistake can render the entire thing wrong. But at the same time, it also is one of the most basic, fundamental, and important subject that paves the road for other subjects that build on it, like the natural sciences or the social sciences. So yeah, that's something to think about.